Hi, welcome back to my garden. Today I am gonna break ground on our latest project. So I want to extend where I kind of extended that bed along the fence and basically do a swerve and then steal about 6 feet of lawn all along the driveway. All these really cute birds. Anyway, so I have some supplies. I have this guy, and this is what I'm gonna basically take up the whole edge. And then I have cardboard and also some like thick paper stuff. So yeah, I'll just get started and we'll see how it goes. So I started by laying out the cardboard kind of to measure the width. In order to do that, I had to move all the like cinder blocks from the driveway. But once I lay down the cardboard, I put the cinder blocks back on and then I could start kind of taking up the edge. So I took off, I don't know, I think it was about 10 inches wide, kind of a trench all the way along the new bed. Once that was done, I could put the paper on top, kind of seal all that in. And then I started putting soil on top. It's like a garden mix, so it was like sand, mulch, and compost. Once I had a thin layer of that in, I kind of just like hosed it down and then I could place some of my main plants. I didn't have the maples yet, so I started with the hydrangeas, kind of mounded up all around them, and then kind of kept some placeholders for some of the other big plants I wanted to do, and then I could just add mulch. And then I worked my way up to kind of the gate side where I wanted the berm to be a little bit higher. That's one of the viewpoints from our house, and it's like where the dogs like to bark. So I was like, okay, if I can build this up a little bit higher, then I don't have to wait as long for the plants to get big enough to block the view. So I started this project, I think June 5th, and now it's September 25th. So like 3.5 months later, and it looks completely different. So in addition to the hydrangeas, I ended up adding Japanese maples kind of in between each cluster of hydrangea. And then I also have the red osier dogwood. So this is native. This is some that I did from cuttings a couple years ago, and it has like these beautiful red stems in winter. So part of the thought with those is they look nice all winter, and then I can cut them back in the spring. They'll flush out and get bushier, and then they might actually help hold up the hydrangeas a little bit too. This is one that got decapitated kind of shortly after planting, so this is like a later flush. The older blooms are looking a little raggedy right now. And I tucked in some of our native sword ferns. Those get really big too, and I thought that they would have like, yeah, just like a nice presence among the kind of sticky look in winter. And then I have the salvia. So I have, I think 6 of these, which are like a bushy salvia, and they've been blooming all season. They're amazing. I cut them back like a couple times, just gave them like a little like haircut once the blooms were kind of spent, and they've just been like flushing out. They can handle the cold here, but they don't love the wet. But because this is all planted kind of like a berm, I figured that that would help them survive. I have this weeping Japanese maple that I want to train kind of up and over. I was thinking of actually like maybe snipping it here in the spring so that it like kind of pushes out some more upright growth that I can kind of train over. And then there was a rose on this side. I think it died, like it looks pretty dead. So I think I might try again now that we have like better soil and stuff. Like I'll raise that up to where the rest of the berm is so that it doesn't ever like sit in water. Yeah, we'll see. And then I did sow some cosmos. This is like the double click white, I think. And this is the only one that took, but it's doing great. The little weeping redbud, which I love. I did like the Japanese maples on that side, and then this side I wanted something a little different, and I feel like it can kind of cascade down the hill. This rose looks a little unhappy right now, but it has like the best scent. So hopefully it'll make it through. I had it planted somewhere that it really didn't like. So it kind of died back, but then I like put it in a pot and looked after it, kind of babied it all summer, and then planted it out recently. I see there's like a orchid crab spider. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. but they love to hunt. And they're always like really successful too. I can insert some footage here because they're like one of the favorite garden predators. And then, okay, I'm gonna need to check the tag for this guy because I forget what it was. Pinus flexilis domingo. So this guy gets about, it says 3 meters tall by like 6 feet wide, I guess. But it's like a nice cone and it kind of has that like silvery blue. And then this part of the garden was like already here. This is the shadow and white garden. So it's generally like different kind of textures and colors of foliage with white blooms. And then I will turn around and give you the view from this side. I think I forgot to mention the dahlias. They were kind of just put in as annual. They're one of the ones that I don't think really overwinter, as well as like some of the other kind of dahlias that I've bought as tubers or started as seed. Those ones tend to do a little better. But I thought they just looked amazing, and while all the other like kind of perennial shrub plants are still really small, I figured it's nice to have like a nice pop of color. I wanted to give you the view too as you like kind of come in through the gate. So this is obviously somewhere that we like come like every day, and it's so nice to just like have the gate open and just see like all this color. The hummingbirds are like constantly on these salvias as well. And there's like bumblebees and all kinds of things around. And then on this side, for like kind of some more evergreen things, they're still really small. I have some kinnikinnick. There's a few like little berries on it. So this should form like a nice mat. We have it in a few other places too, and like it's native here, so it does really well. So I thought having kind of like a little evergreen mat would look cute. And then I planted some of these arbs, which they're called sting, and supposedly they stay really narrow. So I thought having like a nice tall narrow evergreen kind of spike in the middle of each hydrangea cluster would look really cool too. And then this part was already here, so this part's kind of a little bit spent for the season. The heleniums did not love how dry it was this summer. They still bloomed pretty well. And then you might be able to see the glacier looking a little sad. It's just been so like hot and dry all summer. So this is pretty much it as far as structure plants. I think next year, if the dahlias don't come back, which I don't think they will, I might do them again, or I might do just like more cosmos or something like that. And then we have a bunch of spring bulbs that we've ordered. I think there's like some daffodils, tulips, some like martagon lilies. I think we did some like alliums, which I love, kind of having the white pompon of the alliums, and then as they fade, that's like about when the hydrangeas start too, so there's some continuity there. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on how it looks next year. Like, it should get better and better each year. I'll show you a picture of one of these hydrangeas that we have that's like pretty old, but it's like massive. So like each of these will get pretty huge. The Japanese maples will get bigger. The ferns will each get like at least 3 feet wide. So like, yeah, it should keep looking better and better. And I might have to keep stealing more and more lawn and make it wider. But like, yeah, I don't know. We're both really happy with how it looks. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the little transformation tour, and I'll catch you next time.